While AI is entering the mainstream and business worlds at a rapid pace, I think it's super important that we sit down and talk about how leadership isn't likely to actively go anywhere. My name is Michael Klukas, also known as KES, and while the robot uprising doesn't seem to quite be a reality for us, AI and technology can no doubt do some amazing things. When thinking about science and technology and what it could hold in the future, it's a lot like Thor explaining the 9 realms to Jane Foster in the first Thor movie, where he explains that science and magic are, from where he comes from, one and the same. However, leadership isn't magic. It's about skills and relationships used between people to influence and inspire others to be the best versions of themselves while working to create larger impacts together. I mean, one could argue it's like the power of friendship in anime, but we just don't get the cool glowing hair and power-ups. Moving on. Here's why I believe that AI can't feasibly replace leadership. Where AI currently stands, it is a powerful tool. So ChatGPT is a great example of this, and it's taken the world by storm, and for good reason. The possibilities that it creates for people and businesses are absolutely astounding. And there are, of course, implications with it, but again, there's a lot you can do with it as a tool. I recommend MKBHD's video on AI getting creative, where he talks about how AI is a fantastic tool that can do a lot of work for us now as humans and as business owners and as content creators. However, that last leg of the race, or that last little piece of the project, still needs that human touch. So even though it's very powerful and can be very useful, for now it's still a usable tool. Now, tools don't really have the ability to connect with people, and yes, this is me just ignoring all the movie references about how your tools or your weapons are just an extension of yourself, and instead talk about human connections. Human connection is one of the cornerstones of leadership. As I've said before, leadership is about influencing and inspiring others to be the best version of themselves. Leadership's strength is the ability to connect with others and really help them grow from a place of genuine understanding and communication. For those that work closely with others, they know that genuine connections are super powerful in business, in leadership, and in teams. And so that's why I think we can't actively ignore the opportunities that AI actually presents us here. With AI and with machine learning, you have an opportunity to enhance how you develop your team and how you yourself develop too. The more time that you can actively free up for the company, the group, or yourself to focus on what matters, the better. And AI and machine learning are tools in which you can use to automate certain processes and do just that. Not only can better work-life balance be achieved by using some form of automation or using some form of AI learning, but then greater flexibility can also be achieved, as well as access to huge amounts of information can be condensed so that way it can be spread that much easier. And then in using these as tools, you'll find ways in which you can connect more with your team or find new ways in which to have a greater sense of development with your team and with yourself. It all depends on how you use the tool. While I don't expect a WALL-E scenario to happen where I have to suddenly duke it out with a steering wheel, AI presents a lot of opportunities, but also its own fair share of problems. And while I'm not fully qualified for various reasons to actively give a fully formed opinion here, this is my quick 2 cents. Leadership is, again, human connections, and while AI is a tool that we can use to actively develop better relationships with each other and better means of being efficient, it's still something that can't fully replace human leadership. And while I'm curious about what opportunities it will present to businesses and teams in the future, it's still something that we have to explore with safety and caution. There are thousands of scientists working to make AI more powerful. However, there's much fewer studying how to make AI safer. And that's why I think it's super important that you take time to really understand what does the implications and the applications of AI mean for you. And still talking about connections, be sure to check out my video on leadership connections and my leadership systems. That way you can better connect with others around you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.